This is it, people. This is what you've been waiting for. This is Everyday Celebrity Podcast. The podcast for everyday people with everyday problems, trying to find everyday solutions to accomplish everyday goals. Let's start the show. Welcome to another episode of Everyday Celebrity Podcast. No one podcast in Oakland, no one podcast in the Bay Area. And today, it's not about Valentine's Day, but it is about love.
Love.
We have a true believer in love. We know what I'm saying, we go to see if it's true. Because looking at this brother, he looks like a player. But
Okay, yeah, all right. That's a good.
But we go find a welcome Love to the show.
Love. We love more, man.
Love more. Welcome Love more to the show. How are you doing today?
Living, man. Blessed. Alive and thriving. There's a lot going on out here.
Okay.
We got it going on out here.
How was your day today?
Bro, my day's been high vibrational. Especially for the last, couple of days, weeks, months, whatever. It's been growing pain. Life, I've been elevating. At the same time, the growing pains that come with it been, whew. So today, I've married, bad bitty, you feel me? Got my energy. And you feel me? Slid out to the rooftop thing where we about to work on connecting corporations with the people that's actually doing the work on the foundational. You feel me? That was loyal to the soil. That's gonna be smooth. And I'm here tapping in, man. Everyday celebrity podcast, man.
Dope.
Come on.
So are you originally from Oakland?
Yeah, I'm originally from Oakland, bruh. Yep. I'm originally from Oakland, and I kind of felt like I was like Goku, man. Kakarot. He done slid out to another planet for a minute, do his Dougie, representing for this. You feel me? I went to high school up in Tracy.
Yeah.
And came back out here at high school. All over the Bay Area. Richmond, Oakland, Frisco, Cam Mendocino, all that type of stuff. Bay Area, even up to Sacramento and all that. You feel me? Stockton, Modesto, all that. And all over this area. Got the real Bay Area.
When did all this, because how I first noticed you is from Instagram. You did like a little interview with someone I knew at the Continental Club. And then I seen that little reel. And I was like, Then I started to tap in on your content and and this whole love thing, this whole love movement you got going on. Explain that to me.
My name is, let's say right now, Allen Moore. So I was born Rio Allen Moore Jr., and then my family called me AJ for Allen Jr. But by the time I got to high school, my mom changed my name in like 5th grade to Allen Jamal Moore instead of AJ. But my friends started calling me Amo, AJ Mo, Amo. So Moore, Te Amo, feel me? It came near. A lot of people know me as Amo. I know HT, Thiz, Win, like all these other type of energy that I put in at a certain point. But basically, God was just like, man, I felt like I was on some, baby, I was going to be on some Tupac shit. You feel me? Like, people like that, the energy talking shit, but God was like, nah, be more, feel me, on sending me to another path. And I thought he was going to have me on some Gandhi peaceful energy, like basically like somebody spit in your face and they just going to wipe it off. They don't know what they doing. Nah, yeah, you feel me? It ain't on that energy. It's like holding people accountable. Like certain things I learned on a journey of just love more. My last name Moore, you feel me? And then Amo is Te Amo, is love more. So that's basically where that name came from. And I just had to, it came to me and I identified with the journey. You feel me? Like authentically in every aspect.
Are you? So you're. What I'm taking from this, you're like spiritual. You're not. Are you more spiritual than religious?
I would say that, but I do my research on all the religions. You feel me? I kind of see it's different perspectives. Like You know, everybody got a different perspective on something. We all seen the car crash, but we might say the girl with the red ball made it happen. You feel me? No, it was the red car. It was the blue car. It was you feel me? So I'm just not going to deny anybody else's experience. I just want to learn people's experience to see if I agree or I don't agree. And I could come from a place of like, nah, bro, I put the energy and time into it that you did, and I still feel how I'm feeling. So it's okay. You feel me? So that's kind of just what space I come from with that.
Okay. Do you think why is like asking people their views on love, why is that important to you? Because that's like the main question you be asking people.
Yeah. Well, right now it's just a perspective. I've started doing the love more. I mean, love at the lake. I'll be at Lake Merritt, and I'll be like, okay, it's hella gentrifiers, it's hella different people out here, and I think that for me being in the Bay Area, like everywhere, like all different spots, even going to Tracy and Sacramento, different places with being around different demographics, because Frisco, it's hella people out here. I seen that. Like even since I was in like elementary school, I never like go chill at the gangster table or go chill at the jock table, I just go to every table. I wasn't just on one. I could go to every table and then I was like, I make my own table. Yeah. So that's basically context to say that I want people to get different perspectives from everybody because it's a common denominator between everybody. And that's the part that I could bridge between. So I'm like, let me ask people about their perspective so you can know what they think instead of judging them thinking you know what they think.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because everybody ain't putting the work in either, though. And they ain't going to put it in at some point. You feel me? So you still got to coexist with people where they at. And that's just that bridge work. If you conscious in a certain way, you could navigate a person in a certain way. You feel me? And that's just important to me to just do my due diligence. That's what I'm doing with my expression. You feel me? God be blessing me, giving me stuff. You feel me? Tapping me in, bruh. Be wounded, ain't feel me? You ain't got no cheese. I ain't got no, feel me, busted one day. And then the next instant, just because I'm staying on my purpose and I'm learning, I'm fasting from certain things in society or, you feel me, not just food, the sex, the social media, the partners, you feel me? You got to fast from all that shit at some point, you feel me? But I bounce back. Gotta just be like, boop, boop, like I'm here. This a blessing to be here, bro. You showing me, I'm like, I'm in the West, okay? You feel me? Energy. You feel me? So it's kind of like, that's we doing our part to change the narrative. And that's what I'm about, bro. I'm like, I feel things in the world and I'm gonna do my due diligence. I'm gonna do my part to participate.
Have you ever been in love?
I ever been in love? Yeah.
Do you think there are different forms of love?
Yeah, I think something basic. My friend, Mom Chappelle, she gave me this book called The Four Laws of, not 4 Laws, but the 5 love languages, basically. You feel me? So it's kind of just knowing, like, what's receiving. Some people like gifts, some affirmation, acts of service, physical touch. You feel me? I think another one, probably when I'm talking, but basically, you could damn near, it's like you basically saying, like, you hungry, but somebody give you some water. And it's like, I'm hungry right now. I don't need no water. I ain't thirsty right now. So it's like, they trying to show you love in their way, but they ain't really loving you the way that's what you need in that moment. You feel me? So for me, it's just being fluid in all them motherfuckers. That's a language. Like, you got to know all them languages to express your love or to be effective. You feel me? Ain't what your preference. You feel me? Because that's what's selfish. You feel me?
Do you think it's hard because a lot of black men get the stigma of like being rough and tough? Do you think it's hard for black men to express love to a woman? Or to even, not even to women, just to anybody, like express love to their friends or to their brothers?
Yeah, a lot of things come with stigmas, you know? Like, people got different, PR, everything got PR. You feel me? So like, let's say I was talking with my brother the other day, I'm just saying from the conversation, but basically we was talking about banks and going in there and getting judged and stuff. And he was trying to give me advice and tell me about it. But I'm like, well, bro, Asians, most Asians, they say what they eat dogs or something, or they can't drive.
Yeah, little stereotype.
But your positive things are that you good at math and you got some money and you good. You feel me? So it's like when you go into a bank, your experience is gonna be different than my experience. You feel me? Because being black, our benefits may be, like it's our bachelor, he like chicken, watermelon, and feel me. Yeah, they try to say lazies and all this other extra credit stuff. You feel me? it's a crime or something like that. Those things. Our positive is that you strong. You feel me? You're hard. You're strong. You got a big dick or something. You feel me? Like these are positives. So that's what we kind of try to lean into our PR, and that's why I think it's important to change these narratives. But yeah, bro. It was the original question. What was the original question though? Because it was some.
Do you think it's? Why do you think it's so hard for black men to
and it's getting
express
past
their
that.
love?
That's the thing. It's trying to get past those stigmas and stuff because we trying to play into what it is. Like E40 got a song "Practice Looking Hard," you know. So it's kind of like that, where it's just like I'm going to. I feel like it would be like I ain't gonna say ugly or you feel me like that, but the rougher somebody that look rough. They playing to that rough, like the gangster, like bro, gangster. He foul though, but that's what he playing into his thing, and that's what's gonna make him win. If you tall, you gonna play into being tall. You short, you feel me? So,
do you feel like we have to do that because of society? Like when you go out into the world, once you leave your house as a black man, you're faced with all types of shit. So you have to carry yourself hard. You can't carry yourself as like an Asian dude when he walks out the house because he's not gonna get fucked with like we get fucked with. So
in the same ways, it's just a different experience. You feel me? Because a taller black bro may get an experience different than a shorter black bro, or like you feel me? Whatever, your hair, locks, no locks. You know, everything got its experience, but it's like it is a challenge for us to go out and do our thing, and it's easier to play into it than it's like you picking your battles. Like you can go to your job and be like, y'all messing up. Y'all ain't really doing this right. But if you keep doing that, you know you're going to get fired. So it's like, damn, do I want to go find another job right now? Or do I want to keep paying my bills and while I'm still dealing with a relationship or somebody passed away? Like you picking your battle. So it's like, it make it hard. That's the systematic things that be locked in on bros. But I think that's why I'm like, I got to step out on it. That's why I'm saying I'm doing all the things I'm doing. Like it's about love. I be in the middle anywhere. Asking random. I ask Turf Talk. Man, what you think about love, right? You like, man, I don't fuck love. I don't really like love. I got no love tatted on me, man, because I'd rather have loyalty than love. You feel me?
Yeah,
that's our
true.
OGs. You feel me? So, and Doobie, I asked him too, and he was just like, I'm scared of love. You feel me? Well, no love. You feel me? I like. You feel me? Just like me. You feel me? And so Mario, like me real hard type vibe, but forever type vibe, because it come with that pressure, bro. That pressure to be a black man, like. Man, you got to protect everything and everything. You get. It's basically treating you like a king while like expecting you to be a king while treating you like a peasant. Everybody every black man got to experience that. Like, no, you should know better.
Yeah.
While not thinking you could do better. Like that's the wild dilemma to be in at all times. I underestimate it.
Do you feel that? I mean, have you ever dated a woman with kids?
Yep.
Have you ever been in love with a woman with kids?
Yeah.
And she loved you as well?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that love was equal?
I don't think it had nothing to do with the kids. If you want to ask that question, I think it's just purely like a woman gonna love you just straight up equal.
Well,
like,
the reason I gave that example is because do you believe in unconditional love?
I believe in unconditional love. Do I believe in people's capability of doing it? I believe in a 3-pointer, but I think bruh gonna hit it. I don't know if he gonna actually make it. You feel me? So it's like that. Can you perform at a certain rate? It's it's kind of like that.
Do you think a man and a woman can have do you think a man can have unconditional love with a woman?
I wouldn't say I would.
Or just love, because love and unconditional love to me is different.
I'm trying to. Unconditional love within itself, that's the foundation of what we have to think about. Can anybody do it? That period. You feel me? So I would just think of that. But between a woman and a woman, it is a conditional love, but it's meant to be that. Like that's why it's designed to be a conditional love. You have unconditional love with yourself, and you find other ways to have unconditional love with things. Period. You feel me? But the dynamic of being set up to be conditioned. This whole world is a test, so that you can figure out to get to that space. You a reflection of greatness. You feel me? And you looking at it to try to measure up to greatness in so many different ways of God and through anything. You feel me?
Well, yeah. The reason I say that because I don't believe a man and a woman can have unconditional love for each other. I think unconditional love you can only have with a parent and their child. because I mean, everyone can fall in love. Oh, I love this girl, or I love basketball, blah blah blah. That's love. But unconditional love, when you is like, no matter what your son or your daughter does, you'll love them the same. Like there's people whose kids shot up schools, and their parents still love their son. He's my son.
Mm-hmm.
I still love him, even though he went and shot up this school and killed all these kids. You know what I'm saying?
You know the wildest part though is that it is that way. The parent is able to have unconditional love with the child, but the child has a conditional love with the parent. It's based on you feed him and you doing all those things. And so that's where I think it's that same kind of dynamic. Like for me, I look at it like this. You ever play tag with a kid? Like tag. You feel me? They go hide in the room and you feel me? You go count 1, 2, 3, count to whatever, backwards, whatever. Then you go try to find them. All right, here I come. You're going to find them. You see their legs hanging right there from under the curtain. You feel me? But you like, where you at? Is you over here? They like, hee. You go to the other side. You up in the closet? You feel me? You go to them. You go over there kind of by them. You finally look. You right here. Oh. But then when the kid go, you say, your turn to hide. You go out there and hide. All right, here I go. You hide right behind the curtain. You here somewhere. The kid gonna come right to find you. Oh, you right here. He ain't about to play with you. He ain't gonna try to court you and make it to that type of experience. Because if you go find the kid, he'll think that he weak. Like, damn, I can't hide. He'll be mad. You doing that because you're trying to encourage him and you giving him that energy, like from that dominant space. You feel me? And I think it's something like that with women too. You have to have this like finesse. They don't want to be finessed. You ain't finessing the kid. You're not finessing your woman, but you got to have finesse when you communicate. You feel me? And that goes a long way. I think that women can have an unconditional love to that energy. Like, you feel me? That's what they got an unconditional love to. Like, I'm going to what? That's why they fuck with alpha males or something. Like, it's just something I'm connected to. Like, he gangster. He can protect me. I don't care what it is. I have unconditional love to that. Not to this bruh. Because if he could provide it, I'm over there with him. You feel me? But if you got that and you consistently got it, that's the source. That's what they got unconditional love for.
Yeah. What was growing up in the Bay Area like for you?
It was cool. Like, I mean, because I got my younger years was like an Acorn and then San Leandro. And then, so the Bay was just, I got that 90s, that real 90s, like them Toyota Corollas, and you just hop in a whip here every other city we go.
Stealing cars and shit.
It was just, I mean, not just stolen cars. I just mean like just the shape of the cars. Like, it's like if you was the 80s, the 90s, like I was born in 87. So it's like, it still was kind of eras where it's like, oh, this look like the 90s, look like the 2000s. Now it's kind of like 2000s kind of got back to Fresh Prince and shit. So it looked like the 90s. So it ain't really like, I don't know. We might have to see where the time, it's not by the decade no more. It's some other type of thing. Like, oh, that looked like Rich Homie Quan and them is out or something, or Roscoe Dash or something. You feel me? You can kind of tell a little bit, but it ain't really separate from the 2000s or something that much. Maybe trap. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But growing up out here was that. And just outside is people. You can just go outside and there's somebody there. You feel me? You could tap in with some. I was up in Acorn and a lot of my cousins moved to the Bottoms or moved to the 70s on Parker and being out there. And
do you feel like you had a better, like back then it was better community? Or do you think it's better?
But I think there's a lot of dependent too, though. Like a lot of people just depended on everybody so much that they was there, and we got the benefits of it. Like I was just looking at the dogs at the dog park, and we think about wild dogs versus domesticated dogs, and like what life would be better. And it's just like, well, of course, for a dog, domesticated would be better than a wild dog because it's getting all the benefits of society without having to do none of this stuff. You feel me? So it's kind of like that's kind of how I look at it. You feel me?
Good analogy. Where did you go to high school?
I went to Tracy High.
Tracy High?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
In 05.
05. Where did your life take you after you graduated?
I went to Fremont. I lived out in Fremont at this DeVry. They had a dorm. I needed somewhere to be. And I stepped out on my own. You feel me? 17.
What is DeVry? What the fuck is that?
DeVry was one like a ICGC college. You feel me? It's something that's like one of these
that,
like
that nigga
Phoenix,
with the
Phoenix, Arizona. You feel me? Phoenix is one of them type of
that nigga on the commercial with the hat.
You ain't doing nothing. Get up,
get
bro.
off
What
the
you
couch.
doing, bro? You feel me? Come tap in with DeVry or something. You feel me? It's on one of them. But for me, it was just a dorm. I had somewhere to be. I had my own space. You feel me? Like I just needed to step on my own. Like I was trying to figure it out. Like what do I do? It was a girl I was talking to at the time. Do I go wherever she going to this college? You feel me? Out in Colorado or something? I don't know. Yeah. Do I go to LA with my other bros? You feel me? Other bros? And it was just, I had to see what I was personally ready for, prepared for.
Why did you choose DeVry?
Period. That for one, it was still close, and it was got me back in the Bay because I was in Tracy, and it got me back over kind of closer this way. I had a car, I could maneuver. I was already going. I think I had like my first song. My first song I did was junior year, going to senior year. I had this song called "The Beat Go Boom." It was like from the first song, I had energy, I had motion, working with it. So just like okay, it was just that I had things going on. It was the internet. It was just I just know the Bay, like the Bay just raw. I could just see it. I know the tech industry, all this, the Currys and all this. Our team's winning. Like I could just feel the energy, bro. Just a reason that we spawned here.
You never wanted to leave?
I always want to leave because I don't want to be I ain't the nigga in my hood. I'm the nigga from my hood. I want to go somewhere else and be like, oh damn, oh you brought from Acorn. You feel me? Or you brought from the Bay? Or you brought from Cali? Or you brought from the US? You feel me? That's kind of the energy, being a representation of those things.
Did you leave?
I've been at least in this country. You feel me? To like, you know, up and down the coast. I done hit every city, the major cities, Portland.
I'm talking about living. Did you like move somewhere to live?
Nah, I never moved to live nowhere else.
Okay.
Not, you feel me? Nope, not nowhere outside of just, Sacramento's in Oakland and Richmond. Yep.
So you say you started music. You started music after high school?
Yeah, no, I started that junior year going to senior year.
Junior year? Okay.
Yeah.
What got you into that?
I just always was into music because I seen my sister was into it. She put the posters on the wall. I seen the impact it had on her. I seen that domestic violence when I was younger, and I would see that, you know, I was trying to break them up that night, but then in the morning, every other city we go, I see the same whole day up there, dancing. I'm like, damn, I wish I could make them feel like that. I was trying to do that last night, and I couldn't do it. But now I see this did it. Okay. I just tuned my ear to it. And then I always talk like Pootie Tang. I always had some like, just how I communicate. You feel me? It's always just like that. So it was kind of that energy. And then I had the opportunity to do it. Like around that, like 50 Cent had like Get Rich or Die Trying. And, feel me? I think Beyonce had Summertime. All this energy was that time. And it was hella hard to get in the studio back then, bro. It wasn't no equipment like that, bro. It wasn't like you could just get your laptop out and just make a song. Yeah. Nah, we grew up with the computer, like Math Blasters and Oregon Trail. We seen all this shit happen. Feel me?
You remember the first song you recorded?
The Beat Go
and put
Boom.
Out into the world?
The Beat Go Boom.
That was it?
Yeah, okay. So you got Everyday Celebrity. They was called Schoolhouse Celebrities. You feel me? That was some other brothers that was a little older than me out there. But then they had another group called V-Tech, and it was my bro Glenn, and he had his cousin. You feel me? He got Dowdy and Ron and Carlos. You feel me? And then what's called it? Make the Beat, man. Damn, my brother name. But basically, yeah, I got on the song with them. It almost didn't happen. Like I said, I used to go to this camp called Camp Mendocino, and I used to go out there every summer. And then so it was a staff break, and I came back out, and they said the song was almost done. We went to a bruh's house. Jay Wiley, that was his name. We went to his house, and he just had the computer in one room, and then went all the way. And I'm in Tracy because I'm from out here, but out there I'm looking at like y'all got a house, and y'all out here. You feel me? Like they was out in the country a little bit, but it was like he had it linked all the way to the bathroom with the little padding, like blanket up in there. Yeah. So I had to like official like how you is vibe. I'm like, okay, it's my first time in here, and then basically, they was just like, they wasn't going to have me do it because they like, it's basically done. It's already 4-5 bros on it. You know, it was already kind of deep and they was already liking it. They was vibing. But I came and did my verse. Like, they started.
So you were just a feature on the song?
Semi, that was the start. Okay. It wasn't nothing to say or think about. We just started. We just doing it. You feel me? They kind of group. His cousin this his first song too. And then I'm on the song, you feel me? We all used to play tackle football, play baseball and shit. Like I was basketball in the low courts, bopping on each other. You feel me? Like just really had a childhood out there. You feel me? And that was cool. So, but now this like you stepping into that realm of like what you gonna do? They already graduated. I'm my junior year going into senior year. You feel me? So it's kind of like what path you taking it, and that's how we was connecting. All this shit wasn't there. Like hip hop 50 years old.
Yeah.
You feel me? This year. So we figuring MySpace. Like we don't know what's going on. Coding. I changed my page from red to blue somehow, changing the 0 to 1. You feel me? We just doing stuff. You feel me? So that's what it was. And I come in there, I did my verse. You feel me? And they just, it was going crazy. It was a moment. And he's like, no, we got to say you for the remix. I don't know what he was talking about. We never did no remix, but that song happened, and then around the neighborhood and people like they were just like they rocked with it.
So you just kept doing music after that?
Yep.
Do you have a project out?
Did I have one then?
No, I'm saying, do you have one now?
Now, yeah, I do a project every month. Like at least one. This year, I've been doing a project every month. So at least 10 songs. Yeah.
How many projects do you have out?
So that Piff was on, and I probably had like 20 something on there.
Okay.
And then, so now maybe on Spotify, maybe 20 something now. Shit, I'm at 20 something like that now.
What is the like obviously you put out a whole bunch of stuff. What's one project that is like close to your heart? You know what I'm saying? Because you know how when people have like, if you ask 50 Cent might say, "Oh, my first album," because I had my whole life to write this first album. What was the project that's like that you like, this is my baby?
Well, my first project I ever did was called Mr. Doom Dada. So there was like, I feel like at the time they kept trying to put me in a box. Like I do hella different music styles, and I always did that. But people would be like, "Oh, you rap like this, or you rap like that, or you music like this." And I was just like, "Well, shit, Mr. Doom Dada was like this mystery. Like it's like this mystery name. Like it was like I'm Mr. Doom Dada. Like, and now I got a thing called Mystery Miggity Man. It's basically just like everybody trying to figure you out and put you in a box or say something like that. So those projects was pretty cool because it was kind of like a push on society a little bit. You feel me? So them we could think about. But if I said I want somebody to check out a project now, I'd say this project called The Fox and the Moon. I think that right now it's a good blend of everything, like especially in the middle of where I've been and where I am now. I got this project called The Fox and the Moon. It's basically like a coming of age story through this fox. You know, I say this a doggy dog world. So for me, I say I fox with it. You feel me? The fox everywhere the other dogs at, but it ain't in there. It's on its own. It ain't got to run in a pack. You feel me? Just stuff like that. It's cunning. Like damn, they're foxes. If you try to they hunt a fox, they'll walk backwards and get their trail off of you. You feel me? Just energy like that, approaching society. And that's kind of what I did with that project. The moon was the light, the limelight, you know, it's howling at the moon, howling at the chicks, howling at you feel me? You just a dog, you feel me? And yeah, I think that it got a lot of different creativity things on there. It's a blend of like kind of when I kind of mastered the new energy of this world. Like I was on some DMX before, like some, you know, that type of energy, like Pac and all that, like just real like MCing and shit, Black Thought, you feel me? On some coming on MC and that hype, but then blending the swaggy energy. So I kind of mastered it around that time. And I feel like I was authentic to both. So there's some vibes on there.
What was the reason for the change? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you said you were like on some gangster rap shit, but now it seems like you're on some like spiritual like awareness, like Black Keys. I think that nigga name is Black Keys, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was like gangster energy. I think it was just gangster times back then. Hyphen energy. It was just that energy like was more prevalent. Like think of like, man, back when we was younger, bro, you got hair, you feel me, in a ponytail, and you're gay, you feel me? People be on your helmet. You shook your bro hand too long, bro. You gay. they be like, bro, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all was talking in the car for 2 hours with a bruh? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was that energy at the time. So anything you did was a fight to just like be yourself. You feel me? So that's what I fought for, and that's what I'm on, and that's where the energy at. So now it's kind of more like, just leading that energy, bro. It's more people that's, you know.
Why do you think society changed from that to this?
Because we changing it. Like, it's still
But who's changing it?
We
Niggas?
are. No, all of us. You feel me? I feel like if whatever the movement is, whatever I'm doing, every time I move, I create a movement. So if you doing something saucy and people see it, they gonna copy it. Like, they gonna be like, oh shit, he looking raw. He winning with that. I'm gonna do it. It's crypto winning. Nobody thinking about that. Ain't nothing nobody worry about. Till you see somebody winning with it, they go, you got the Doge, you got the what? Hold on. It's working? Hold on, bro. You got a new outfit. You got a new whip. Like, it's gonna be something that's gonna draw you to, and you're gonna do it. So that's how he's moving. Like, we just gotta take control of that instead of playing into our insecurities. And both is just like people double dutching instead of just being authentic and your genuine self and just doing it.
So basically, stop caring what everybody think.
No, care what you think, and you're gonna be able to care what how people think in a more authentic and loving way. You feel me? Because sometimes you get a headache and we don't even get we get aspirin and keep it going. We ain't checking in with ourselves. You need some water? Do I need to start sleep more? We just pop an aspirin to get this money because we our value outside of it. But that's what's gonna shift, because that's why it's a movement. If you moving and expressing yourself a certain way, it's just coming through. Like, it's just there, bro. It ain't even nothing to say. Ain't no trying to make nobody do or think. If it's coming off real and raw, like, you gonna gravitate to it. God gonna speak through you to you through it, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the next movement. Let's do it.
You went to Mr. Fab's Thug Therapy, yes?
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience?
It was thug therapy. It was thugs out there therapy. It was thugging through some therapy. You feel me? And it was just maybe people's first time in this setting. You feel me? Maybe a couple people went through it. But for me, I just really want to just participate, see what it is. Let me come with a clean slate. Let me not judge and say it got to be this or that. Let me just come in here and experience it. Those are things I was able to work through. Do I say something? Do I not? Am I coming here to try to heal people, or I'm coming here to be healed? Or is it a blend of both? All those things is thoughts that's going through my mind while I'm there. See the news come in, be there for a second. They cut. You feel me? Be here. Are they supposed to participate more? Or are they supposed to just capture this? Is this for a look? You say, what? All these things there, you feel me, is what's thought, and people being vulnerable. But when I was there and what I experienced, I got to see people be vulnerable. Like, you feel me? I want to keep everything, people's stuff sacred, but at the same time, it was situations where people stepped out and was vulnerable. And I seen a young bro be like, damn, my dad just got me here to film. You feel me? And I thought he was just trying to do some shit, be cool on the internet, do something. But when I got here, I seen the dudes hugging and stuff. I'm like, this weird. I'm 22, and that's like, this weird. But then I was like, I was judging why they doing that, but it's really like, why we don't do that? Why don't we fuck with our brothers and woo? So I got to see those things happen through it, no matter what the intention, no matter what, God was working through it. Yeah. So I did my part to just document, because I see it a lot of times we get together and we don't want to, hey, bro, let's take a picture, because it's egos or whatever it is. We don't want to document shit. So that's kind of what I've been stepping on, being that middle ground. Like, I see the vision. I see what's going on here. Let me do my part in this situation. Yeah.
Do you think it's a problem, or do you think this statement is true? Because like everyone, when you went to Thug Therapy, you got all those black men sharing, being vulnerable with each other, being friendly. But then once they leave, it's back to they walk past another nigga, they mean mugging. You driving past these niggas, they mean mugging you.
Yeah.
You bump into a motherfucker, they want to fight. So I'm saying, how come black men are not keeping the same energy?
I think that same systematic thing that I'm saying, like, it's certain portals and vortexes that do that. That's why I do shit at the lake, live at the lake. Because it's like, that was the one spot that everybody there, and they here for focus, they all for the same thing. They came for that vibe. You feel me? So you on the same frequency. So I might see a white lady, hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Oh, you want to share something? We chilling. It's good here. But if I see her in Target, she might be like, not fucking with you. Don't say what's up. I don't know why it's like that, but that's what it is sometimes. And so I'm just like, we need to have these little these little meeting grounds to have these little peace pipe moments with each other. You feel me? In these different portals so that energy could work. Because you can't just say you rock with somebody. Like, that's like a relationship. You see them 1 or 2 times, you think that we go out? You feel me? We don't go out. You feel me? Like, it's something to that extent. It take time and work to build with your brothers and build with your people in the community.
Yeah.
You feel me? Get familiar with them. Like, you invited me to your space. You feel me? That's vulnerable. You feel me? That's what you stepping out on to create more vortexes and opportunities.
Should have been happening though.
You feel me?
Should have been happening. We got
love.
Black people got so many problems. We should have been united years ago, decades ago.
You a visionary, man. You got to know how special you are, bro. You just special. You somebody that's been seeing it, and you got ridiculed for it early because you was early. Bro, you got the skinny ass jeans on, bro. You rich ass niggas, weak. And now you own it. Now y'all own it because I was invisible. Every time you move, you create a movement. That's the own. When we own that, we get the benefits of moving instead of everybody else winning off the benefits. That's all it take, bro. As long as we going and we start reaping the benefits of how we doing it, keep winning, bro. Because you going to watch how I'm doing it. You going to give me mines because you ain't got no choice but to. Like everybody in the NBA was the rawest person on their team at one point. And now you got to be like, hey, one bro had to show he a dog. Like, bro, I'm him. You, okay, bro, I respect it. All right. And see, if you make it too close, they think they can knock you out next time they see you. They think they're going to beat you next time. They're going to be like, bro, now I got to dog walk you just to let you know, bro, it's a blowout. You feel me? You ain't got it like that. And once you step with that energy, people respect it because that's the masculine energy. I don't know how it's like that, but it just is. You feel me? And then once you show that, then you could just, that's a player. That's why I like what you said. Yeah, you look like a player. I need that. Instead of, you give me the spiritual, but you ain't give me the hippie. Because people be trying to hit me with that hippie, and hippie look homeless. And I'm like, I don't want to look homeless. I want to have the spiritual of it. But don't, okay. I know, bro. Good looking.
Who, when you were growing up, give me someone that inspired you, that you looked up to, and why. And then give me someone now that you look up to or get inspiration from, and why.
If it came to that, just that question, looking up to, or that, I feel like that's a real youthful type thing. So I would say probably like Martin Luther King or something like that. Or I did hella book reports on Martin Luther King growing up, and I'm seeing the impact that he made. We got days like one black person that's in a different light than everybody, but he's still in the mix. You feel me? That's in the fight. So that was that. And then now I'll just probably say Dick Gregory, because he like an extension of that now. You feel me? So that'd be somebody. I say them because they the elders, they ancestors. Because when it comes to looking up to people, I think that's one of the things. Like, I feel like we supposed to see each other eye to eye. We ain't supposed to look up to people or look down on people. Because if you look up to people, eventually you don't look down on them. Because it's like, you're looking up or you looking down. Like, so I just like to see people eye to eye. You feel me? I think that's real important. And that's how I move in every room. Because 4 years of high school, bro was up. He was the one. 4 years after high school, busted and got it. He ain't the one. Then a couple years later, he up. But wherever he at, we all got our different moments. And I ain't gonna shun nobody. Because if God working through people, they could be that. You feel me?
Why did you look up to Martin Luther King?
Martin Luther King is kind of just, I did a lot of reports on him growing up, you feel me? And it was just like little stuff like, he graduated high school at 15. Like, I don't know, graduated college. You feel me? Just little stuff like that. Like, he did that. He black. We studying this shit in school because we ain't study nobody else. You feel me? That would look like me or nothing. So I'm like, okay, he in schools like this curriculum. My cousins talking about, I could talk to my cousins about, okay, he on. Like, he must be somebody. You feel me? Just little stuff like that. Million Man March, stepping out, speaking out for the stuff that we seeing every day. Whether it was working or not, I still associate it with, he's trying to speak on changing what we doing right now. And he got motion. They knocked him down. Ooh, okay, why they knock him down? You feel me? I'm trying to figure all that out and see that because I see the parallels in my life of how I be moving about stuff. It's not like I'm trying to make it be that. I'd rather be tucked off somewhere doing my Dougie. Like, I'm chilling.
If you were back in those days, so you're telling me you would have been following Martin Luther King, or would you follow Malcolm X?
I wouldn't follow nobody. I'd be leading. You feel me? I would support their movements. Like,
well, basically that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would support both of their movements because it ain't no separation. I'd just be like, if I was blessed to think how I think now, I still operate the same way. Like, it's kind of like, this is what you got to feel the question he's kind of saying.
Like, they had two different ideologies. That's what I'm asking.
It's Magneto and and Professor X, you feel me? But we all mutants. And they like, I'm still, as long as you're doing it for the mutants, you feel me? And like, shit, we mutants. They like, let's get it. But at the same time, I fuck with the humans too. It's the same thing with Avatar, with the people with powers and people without powers. First, it was all the different nations, but then the nations came together, and then it was the people with powers and without powers. It's always a balance. It always shifts. So I'm aware of that, and I just participate with it no matter what it is. You not participate constantly, but I think that it's like a lot of people say, if I was a slave, I would have. And they'd be like, bro, you ain't doing it now. You a slave now, and these times I ain't seeing it.
Yeah.
So that's there's an equivalent thing or something that parallels it to this day. And that's what we doing is bravery. And it's different lanes, like follow the drinking gourd, or like the Underground Railroad is the white people putting fucking Black Lives Matter in their window. Because to them, that's just like a Crip putting a blood rag in their window, letting their whole gang know, like, they got them tied up. Like, this what house we on. Yeah. It might seem like a small gesture. It's like, man, that's all you doing. But it's like, that's that baby step they need. They might, you feel me? The same cruelties that they see that did to other people, they start doing to each other.
Are you familiar with what's going on in Africa right now? With Africa and France?
What specifically?
So they're kicking out all the Europeans and all the French and shit, right? So they want independence. They're all coming together so Africa can have one leader and one voice instead of all these different countries saying different things, you know, and shit. They're taking away uranium, all uranium exports from France. And you know, France is like a wealthy country, and they get all their uranium from Niger, which is a poor country. And they're like, okay, how are we supplying you all of the resources to your country so you guys could survive, and you guys are living fruitful lives when we are like starving? Yeah. And so they're like, so they have a new leader, this young African dude who said, fuck that. You're not taking our resources no more, and we're going to do our own thing.
Yeah. That's the energy. I think we revamping all these systems. Like, all the systems need to change. That was based on hate. It was based on greed. That was based on our fears. You feel me? It was like, as long as I get mine, you feel me? But now we watch somebody die on the internet. We watch this shit all the time now. We connected. We aware, like Hawaii, that's going on. You feel me? And like you saying in Africa, like we are aware of that. And around the world, the visionaries, the people that's moving and shaking, the people that's just like, I got that dog in me, I'm pushing, I'm moving for this, is just coming to do what they need to do. It's different tactic. You know, some people do it with violence and they get to that point. Some people do it with love, you know, respect, or different ways, but it's different tactics. And it's not, I don't judge any of them. I think they all are, but got a purpose. But it's like, which one is actually going to be the best right now? Is it good? This is the moment you need to whoop somebody? Sometimes the crime don't fit the bill. The crime, the punishment don't fit the crime. Yeah. You feel me? So it's just like, damn, you about to knock him out because he looked at you? You feel me? And he made you uncomfortable? You feel me? Because he called you a bitch or something? Like, I don't know. It's certain things. I'm going to knock him down. Like, you could have knocked him out.
And then when you knock him down, that's creating a whole nother... Because a nigga might fall and hit his head and die.
Yeah. Not saying it ain't no reason for you to knock nobody down. You feel me? But it's in what situation? Like, is it another being? Like, you protecting yourself and this person tripping? Is it like, you know... What's the scenario? You use it we gotta match things up a little bit better.
Are you a believer? You're a big believer in love. Are you a big believer in forgiveness? Do you believe that anyone should be forgiven for anything?
I think I feel like myself, like I had to forgive myself for things that I did. Like I gotta start there first. I asked that question to myself. Is it something I can't forgive myself for? Is it something God ain't gonna forgive me for? You feel me? Because if I got another day, basically it's like I didn't get punished. Like I basically got life still to be here, even though I did something that I should have took my life or took somebody's life. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the foundation. And if I can operate from that space with myself, then I can operate that space with somebody else because they really don't know me. They ain't here. They ain't thinking about me. They thinking about themselves. They trying to figure it out. And I recognize my influence that I know my influence and I know God influence. And if that showing that forgiveness is the way God be showing like, dang, like what? Yeah, I did you wrong. But I respect myself too, and I ain't gonna put myself in a predicament where somebody's just gonna disrespect me over and over because that's just stupid. Yeah. But it's just more like I'm gonna hold you accountable. Me forgiving you and loving you is stepping away. Is allowing God to work through you and work to you and me out the way because obviously I'm getting in the way of your lesson. You feel me? So it's forgiveness, because I mean, shit, but it's our families. There's people in our family that the shadiest thing you ever knew. If everything, like if the shadiest thing you've seen ever somebody do, probably in your family. You feel me? And sometimes you forgive them, and a lot of times you do, because you're like, I'm gonna forgive them because I'm here with my mom. But if it's anybody else and we was in the same scenario, it would just been you would have did whatever you was gonna do. So like I think that we can forgive our family in those ways, even if they light or not, they version of it. So I think that I'll be trying to give other people that grace, because it be some good people I'll be interacting with. They could do something wrong or fucked up one time, and I don't give them that same wiggle room I give my not cousin or something like, or so, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that really be doing me dirty and shady over and over. Yeah. I still be like, but that's my auntie's son, or that's my uncle, feel me? That's I love his cousin, brother or sister. You feel me? So it's like, I see that with everybody out here, especially if you for the fire, you for the energy. Like I can just tell, I can see it. I know what I be going through and what I do. And if I see other people on that, I'm gonna give you wiggle room. Because I want it too. Yeah,
I was just talking about that same scenario with someone last night, because I told her, I was like, I believe friends are more important than family, because you can't choose your family. So you have no choice. Just like you said, you have a not cousin who treats you like shit all the time. You didn't choose her. You're stuck with her. You know what I'm saying? But you choose your friends. You choose the circle of people that surround you. Like I have friends that if I get into a predicament, I will call my boy before I call my own brother.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I believe friends, like the people you choose to be around you, to share your energy and all that shit, is more important than family. Now, obviously, family is good, but when I say family, I'm not talking about your mom and dad, because obviously they gave you life. That's something that can't be compared to anyone else. But it was like cousins, and just because this is my cousin, I have to take care of this person. No, that's not.
I get what you're saying. True. I think I think it's real important to do that, because my older sister is 4 years older than me, so I didn't go to school with her. I was like first grade and she was in fifth grade. After that, I was in school by myself. You feel me? So I had to figure out who I had to gravitate to. And I think that is hella important in this life. You feel me? Because if you don't know what you're surrounded with, you got to know yourself to know who you want to be around. Like, you feel me? And yeah, so family, your friends are that, and that's like sometimes I pick my friends based on my family, and it'd be like, damn, I'm tripping. You feel me? I'm picking them like them because that's what I'm used to. That's my comfort zone. But it's like, damn, like I don't need to have friends like my family. You feel me? I need to have friends like who I am and who I'm growing into be, and what and as I do that, my family will be able to grow too, because I'm growing. And then now I could be around some of them. I could be family to them, because that is a unique relationship where it's like, well, I ain't got to be your friend either, but you gonna still be my cousin. Yeah. You feel me? But other people don't got that. It's like, if you ain't my friend, you ain't nothing to me. Like, you just somebody that's out there, unless I find some other connection, business, or you feel me? Something like that. So I don't just look at things as either or. Like, I think that is divide and conquer thing. Is like, we got to see the light and the dark and everything, like pros and cons on both sides, and then work with all of them to make the best product. Because capitalism shit, we wouldn't have none of this equipment and phones and all that shit if it didn't happen. Like, we would have had it, but like maybe the timing would have been slower. But at the end of the day, it's still here and we still winning off of it. You feel me? We still utilizing it. So we ain't just throwing it around, breaking everything that had to do with capitalism. So it like they test stuff on animals and do foul stuff that we get to benefit off of that we don't know, but we don't be searching to look for either. And if we did know, is how many people gonna really switch up? I'm like, I ain't gonna rock with it no more. Look at Gucci. And people just be like, oh, they did racist stuff. They don't care, pedophile stuff, whatever. They like, man, but when I step up in that function, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna knock that one I want to knock.
That's so I gotta throw it on. I can't understand how a company is blatantly disrespecting you and basically blatantly telling you that we don't really want y'all in our clothing, but y'all niggas line up outside the Gucci store.
The portal, bros, going back and forth. They're doing it to each other. They're taking your value away, and then they be like, damn.
It's just they want validation from white people.
Can't feel good. The people at Gucci can't feel good knowing that if I'm racist, I'm truly racist. I don't want to see y'all in this shit, but then I make a whole living off of y'all. If y'all was gone, I really wouldn't be able to thrive and survive. that has to eat you up inside. Like, I hate you so much, so it's the only thing you can really do with that to be at peace in your situation is to accept the people from the other side, and the other side accept too.
I mean, well, they know the characteristics of black culture. Oh, Tommy Hilfiger said it out loud. He said, "I don't want you niggas in my clothes." He said that word for word. I mean, he didn't say niggas, but how many niggas?
Some bros stopped wearing, and most people stopped wearing it because that was the thing. But that's the man. It be racism, man. I don't like black people, but that nigga short can run that ball. Mm-hmm. My team winning, boy. I love that boy. I ain't need to do that accent because I ain't the only person that can do that way. Jerry
Jones, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Jerry Jones, I know you heard that story. They had a picture of back in the day when in Montgomery, I believe, when the black kids integrated to school for the first time. Yeah. And there's a famous picture of this black girl surrounded by white students yelling at her, spitting on her, calling her nigger, and Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, was in the crowd, and it came out. Somebody leaked it. And then there was this big backlash, like, oh, what the fuck? How are you in there? Why were you there? And all this other shit. And it wasn't even really talked about. No one interviewed him, asking him why. There wasn't no, he didn't have to answer for and explain himself why he was there.
They ain't held him accountable, bro.
Yeah, and then they compared that to Kyrie Irving watching a movie. All he did was he sent a tweet talking about a movie about black people are the original Jews. Yeah, which is true. And then they suspended him. It was all a bunch of shit. Took money from him. The nigga had to go to like do community service and all that shit just for posting a tweet. And it shows you the difference between accountability on each side.
I look at it like this. Nobody can really punish me in the game that they made. You know, it's like, imagine somebody say, Fluga, flip cup, like not flip cup, like whatever game, I don't know, whatever the game name, they just made it up. And they be like, well, I'm about to make you feel bad in it, that you did wrong. It's like, bro, you made it all up. You ever played a game with somebody that do that to you? Like, just switch up the rules and make it to where you just lose no matter what. Like, they just figured it out to create a scenario so they could just make you feel bad. It's like some Mean Girls type shit or something. Like, you know, it's this big prank. You feel me? So we be buying into these systems. We buy into like what's his name? Jogic. You feel me? The white brother just won. You feel me? I don't care about basketball like that, bro. I'll just be trying to kick it at the house. I'm just raw at this, but I ain't tripping. Like, it's that energy. Like, I think that a lot of players start having that energy first. You feel me? Like Kyrie's or these, like, bro, I love my family and stuff first. Like, they can say that and openly instead of like, it's like, don't denounce it because you're gonna stop the fans from loving it. So I'm fanning out over it. But it's like, no, we already got that's not gonna stop nobody from loving it if they love it. But I can still say that, get your priorities right. Like, basketball ain't you feel me? And I think that's what it's about. The Negro League. I don't know why. Like, we all want to have a league now, but it was like the Negro League was trying to Jackie Robinson. So it's like, was Jackie Robinson saucy or did he sell out? You feel me? The same thing. Because if you want, like, would it be the first Negro League now, the new league, the Big Three or whatever it is? He'd be like, oh, he's the first one. So now with the first what? We be buying into the systems too sometimes.
And imagine if Jackie Robinson. This is what I mean. I understand Jackie Robinson is an icon, but this is what I hate about Jackie Robinson. Why the fuck were you so? Why did you even go to the ML? Why did you go play with them? Why didn't you want to stay in the Negro League? Imagine if Jackie Robinson didn't want.
Most likely it was the cheese. It was a system that said you had to make money instead of him going out. That's the fight.
Fuck that. But that's the whole segregation. You see these niggas, and you see if they stay here, how big they would be. So let's take and bring them. It's like the NBA. Imagine if the ABA stayed, like all those stars like Dr. J and all them motherfuckers didn't go to the NBA and stayed and grew that league, that black league. That shit would be 3 times bigger.
They want to do shit fast, bro. They don't want to do this. They don't want to take the time. That's the whole thing. Like, we're about to start appreciating slow because shit is going so fast now. We got it going so fast. AI art and all this shit is like, no, bro, I'd rather somebody hand draw it. Or you just write, if you just, bro, you could probably knock one right now. You just wrote her a letter like, hey, I think you cute, I like you, and just hand it to her like, it's my handwriting. And then you be like, dang, he took the time to write it. He didn't even just, I got a piece of paper. I ain't got a piece of paper in a minute. And it just took time to just stand out. Instead of, I got your number hella fast, what's your Instagram? All right, catch you. You feel me? So that's just the times, bro. But all of it's whack though. I mean, it'd be whack when you look at it through different lenses at a different time. At one point, they'll backhand a bitch on TV. Bow! Just backhand her. Get in that room, woman. Oh, shit, on TV, it's the show. Like, it's black and white. Oh, it's how is blood in there. No, but not even a joke on that, because that's kind of shady, though. Like, you know, it's the world we in right now. I ain't trying to be, like, insensitive to
fuck that. That's what it was. That's what it was.
But, you know, I'm a comedian. When you're a comedian, you can say whatever you want. I'm a comedian. That was comedy. It was a sketch. You feel me? Yeah, bro.
So, if someone was to ask, who was Love Miggity, what would your answer be?
I'm an out here specialist.
An out here specialist.
I'm an out here specialist, man. I'll just be tapping in. I think when people say I'm outside, a lot of people think it's like flashy. Like, I think that's an element to it. We outside. Yeah, we out here. But for me, I really see the organicness of it. Like, no, I'm outside. I had to drive here. It was gas. I had to figure out my schedule. I had to build up the courage to get out here, even though I'm dealing with all these other things. Bro, I'm outside, bro. Like, I'm actually out here. So just by me showing up, bro, just love, respect. Oh, you here? Okay. You probably dealing with your weight or your legs or this illness, bro, hell of stuff. But you still outside. I think that's why being an out here specialist is important to me. I'm like, no, I'm here and I'm organically myself. And I think I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm hungry, not thirsty. That's my slogan right now. Is I'm hungry, not thirsty. I'm going to be there. If I get this interview, I'm going to wait, see if Boots Riley going to interview with me. I asked him a couple of times, over here, over there. You feel me? Where you want to do it at? I'll do that, but I ain't going to get thirsty. He got all that stuff. Come on, please. Nah, it's good. If you want to do it, because I'm me too. You feel me?
That's how I am. I asked a nigga once, and then if it happened, it happened.
Happened, man. Seen Jason Pitts up there too. 50 years of hip hop from the game. I wanted to interview him, but it was kind of like, he was cool though, but he didn't really put forth the real energy. I'm like, all right, it was good. Do your thing.
Are you working on any? What are you working on right now? Are you doing more music, or are you leaning more into putting your energy into like the media interview space?
I'm out here specialist, man. I'm doing all of them because they basically champion each other. I'm co-signing myself with my other skill sets. So that's ultimately what's happening. So like, because I do interviews and they like, I learn about my music. Damn, you kind of fire though. Now the fire, music gonna give me an interview, you know, the fashion or whatever the things are, editing, filming. But ultimately I'm trying to, my ultimate goal is to funnel it into film and like, and re-innovate what films and art and things are, like these new blends of everything. You know, I like multimedias and certain things. So when I get more resources, it'll manifest itself more. But I direct a lot of videos, a lot of videos you see of myself. I'm shooting them, filming them. I'm gaining respect in my community so that when I say, hey, y'all, I could, off the power of the strength of love, them rocking with me, they'll come and show up and do a video. You feel me? I might be like, bro, it's good. I can use your studio for you just be in the movie and we just put you in there. Those are the things that I'm looking forward to because I could put all the mediums into to a movie or any film thing. Put the fashion into it, put the sculpture, put food. You can put anything into it, and then we piggyback that with real life experiences and real life scenarios. Come through and eat the food that you've seen in the show, or wear the clothes, or interact with the things that you see visually. It's, oh, that's bro that was down the street for real. He really right there. Yeah. What's up, bro? I seen you on the thing. Make a random or regular bro into, oh, bro, I seen you. Like, oh, that's bro. You was on the thing. You in the same mixing. Ain't no separation from my interview Boots Riley and I interviewed you just down the street. You feel me? It connect us. It's not making it like it's there more. They both feeling raw because the Boots Riley like, they on there with the people. I'm on the people show. Like he gonna feel like he rooted. And then the people that's rooted, that's more, they gonna feel like, well, I'm doing something saucy. I'm out here. I'm in the sky. I'm outstanding now. So that's kind of, that's the energy.
Where can people find you if you want to give out your socials or if you want to promote anything?
Me, man, love more, man. Y'all can find me in my scam. Y'all just find me. I feel like I'm findable. Just tap in with me.
Dope. You would be at the lake.
Man,
Just be outside.
I'll be wiggling.
Just
Don't
be
think you're gonna
outside.
predict when you're gonna see me, man. I fox with it, man. I'm gonna be maneuvering. I'm out here a specialist. So if you want to tap in, you feel me? You gotta really be in alignment. And when we line up, then shit.
Dope.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on Everyday Celebrity Podcast, telling me about your life and shit. Hope the best.
Sir. I thought you about to ask some wild shit. You was like, hey, man, I got to warn you. Is anything you want me to not say? I'm like, damn, where's it about to go?
We kept it PG. We kept it PG.
I mean, we got to get there, too. We can get there. I'm around.
This won't be the last, hopefully.
For sure.
But, yeah, appreciate you coming on, everybody. His links will be in the description. His Instagram, at least. Holla at him there. Yeah, and just you got any last words on love? What's that slogan you say after your interview?
Hey, and always remember, they may do it to you, but don't do it to yourself.
And this is Everyday Celebrity Podcast, and we are out. You.
Miggity.